So I knew I had to introduce him to something new to take his mind off it, so I taught him how to play badminton.
Badminton fucking really sucks, but Bubbles loves it, and I play with him and try to keep his mind off.
I don't need this menu. No, I don't.
What up, you hoe ass nigga? Nobody likes these bitch ass niggas.
Well,
Just gotta relax.
I'm a perfectionist. Well, I'm not high. She's gonna be driving a Tesla. Fucking ram it.
Bring the computer with you. The comments will pull us over like, hey, no, we're still recording a podcast. It's fine. We're a little drunk, but it's good.
That's how it's supposed to be.
You want to be on it? You want to interview?
So last night, I let the bush lights talk. Dude, back in the 1920s, we couldn't have did this.
That's,
I mean,
amen to that.
My neighbor would have came over like, "What's this
Lynch?
dude?"
I would have been fine.
They'd have been like, "What are you doing?" No, because you were talking to me. You were an associate.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like kind of a coward, so I would have been like, "Oh no, this guy came up to me and
I don't even know him." Put this mic on me and told me,
it's my house. He like came in and burglarized me. The bandit.
"A black bandit." Vince McMahon, "You're going to be the black bandit." Why black? Well,
yeah. I mean, look at yourself.
it's like an orgy situation.
Oh, we got the kids.
Huh? What are you, Adam Sandler?
Yeah, you can't get your hands on these things, you understand?
Really?
So look, I say to myself, how do I get a hold of these guys? And I've managed to track these guys down. I buy one from them. Holy
All right. Where'd you get those?
This was a fairy garden.
All right. All right.
Leave them here. We'll get them tested. Oh yeah.
Gotta show the kids how it's done. So like you make crafts, you sell them, candles, soap, earrings, anything like honey.
All the essentials.
So on the row of bars downtown, there's just a line of vendors selling stuff in their tents. So anyway, they have what are those cups called? They drink
Dora
outside.
cups.
Dora cups.
That's outside drinking.
So the bar right in front of my wife's tent, she's an earring vendor on the side. That's a side hustle. She has, there's a bar and they have Busch Light, which that's all I won't drink liquor.
You just found this out last night that you found
I just found it. I've known this bar how many
years? Not a lot of bars
years?
serve that. Not a lot of classy bars.
How many times have we been to this bar, do you think, in, however many years?
Oh, I mean, there's probably hundreds of times.
I'd go
easily.
thousands.
Get your kitchen back in order.
Yeah, they don't sell food no more. The bathroom was crummy, but whatever. The service was great. So I go in, as far as I remember. So I go in, and I look at the thing, and everybody's ordering these fancy drinks, and I'm like, man, I just happened to ask, do you guys got Busch Light? She's like, it's in cans, and I just was like, bet. Like, that's exactly what I was.
How else do they serve it?
I don't want draft.
Is there other ways to serve Busch Light?
If you have Busch Light on draft, you're somewhere more
somewhere you don't want to be.
Yeah. So
like 325.
325. So I would get two every
That's
time.
Kind of high for Busch Lights. I feel like.
It's lower than the Blue
How much was that 30 pack?
20.
You were getting ripped off.
He said he can't steal.
What do they start out at McDonald's now? What's the wage?
He said 15. He was like, "Oh, I'm about to be rich." I said,
15 an hour?
Nigga, you don't got a clue, my dog.
Damn, dude. I started fast food when I was like 17. I made
seven.
Yeah, 7.25. I think.
I was flipping at Happy Days. I was flipping for a minute.
I was flipping for a minute.
But like Happy Days, you take the lunch. What did I do? You get 50% off, but you could get like coney fries. And I would like chop up a hot dog and put it in there. And
did you make your own food at lunch?
Yeah, so you would make your own. You would charge the coney, but you would get a burger with it. Like I used to be a popcorn bitch. And
She's what? Popcorn bitch?
When they had the car shows, I would have to drive you'd be like, hey, you're driving the scooter like to deliver the popcorn to the people. I would have graduated. I graduated in 07. So, hold up. Bret Hart just secured a victory. Dude, he didn't have the braids. That was later.
Was it before or after the Royal
After,
Rumble?
Definitely.
Oh, definitely after.
Yeah,
look at the quality of film.
Yeah, that little pink haze. Dude, Bret Hart was by far one of my
I
favorites.
appreciate that the refs were wearing like button-ups and stuff.
Remember
back then,
Bret
right?
Hart's fucking glass? They're coming back. Those.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. I get there, I get the 2, and my wife's like, look, she sees me carrying out the 2 because she could see me walking across. Because we would go to the bathroom in there too.
Right.
So she sees it, and she just immediately like, oh, here we go. Like this is an event not to get like people were drinking. A lot of people were drinking, but this isn't like a party. For me, it was.
Like a lot of old people like buying
Locals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's no college. Yeah, so it was just locals. Like, oh, dude, Ken Shamrock getting fucking doused. Sorry, we're watching wrestling in between us. I had sunglasses on. It's nighttime. I'm like, listen, dude, motherfuckers, I'll tell you all about life. There's only one other dad that gets lit, and Rocky used to have bitch tits, and he got an operation. That's why, for a little bit, remember he wore the shirt for a little bit, like the shirt with the long pants. He wore a shirt because he got an operation because he had bitch tits.
No shit, I didn't know that.
And it's a disease. Like you can't work it out.
Bitch tits.
My dude, The Rock when they had to show that copyright, it was over, and like he was like, damn, it's about to be over. He's like, Antoine be getting nothing but fat chicks and everything. I'm just sitting there dying.
You almost get your ass beat by an 18-year-old kid, dude.
You know what? And I deserved it. If he like sees me at a game or something.
But honestly, though, like, do you think your old man strength could take him? Like, I feel like.
Oh no, I'd whoop his ass.
Experience.
There will literally be kids in there snorting pills, like in the bathroom. He just got his bike stolen the other day at the park. And like, I'll take him to the park, drop him off. I mean, he drives now, but I used to take him to the park and drop him off. And there'd be kids like he'd go to the basketball courts, which thank God, my son's not is not a fan of alcohol.
Right.
Like he has no interest in cigarettes, alcohol, drugs. He's like all sports. That's it.
Sees your ass.
Yeah, lay it on the floor.
I see fucking my dad.
Like, oh, what are those kids doing? They're all golfed out. And he's like, oh,
golfed out? What?
Golfed.
Golfed.
Golfed. It's white. You like
looking for some kids.
youngsters.
We're starting to look for some kids.
But like, oh, dude, I get off. So I work third. So
damn, dude.
Yeah.
I thought like weed was big back when we were younger, but like now
that's it.
It's just weed. Now it's damn pills.
I blame Future. And he's said basically fuck Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson on Instagram posted a picture on a football field with Future's son and said #dad life. Dude, I forgot Ken Shamrock was in the WWF.
I love The Rock. Every time he kicks, he shakes his leg for.
No, these were not them. I can tell you that straight
Like,
up.
who the fuck is this old guy?
Yeah,
man,
they used
you know?
to. They were large. I would sit down. Everybody else was standing up because they were just coming in and getting their door cups and leaving. So I would sit down and wait, and they'd be like, "Let me get the." They had their menus sitting out, so they'd be like, "Oh, let me get the blueberry masquerade or whatever the mix, whatever the mixed drinks."
Yeah.
And I'm like, 2 Busch Lights, 1 in a can, 1 in a door. I would chug this can, slam it down, so everybody noticed. I was like, how cool! I felt like John Wick. Like, boom!
Here's my token.
And then I just walk out with my head held high with the other one and be like, fuck it, I'm good.
Dude, I love the people that order like cocktails and like specialty drinks at dive bars. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Anyway.
You can do a quick DoorDash some beer.
They do DoorDash beer, don't
Yeah,
they?
you just gotta give them your ID.
Really?
Yeah. You have to scan your ID when you get it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's probably more expensive though, but I mean, whatever. I mean, if you're desperate, if you didn't need beer that bad.
I got 2 in the fridge. It'll be all right.
Uh-oh. People's elbow.
How much do you think that elbow pad is worth? Like, what they throws out? Oh, he didn't throw it to the fans. Usually he threw it to the fans.
I kind of just lay there the whole time.
Ooh, the ref's dead. They murdered the ref, and then nobody's counting.
Dude, the referees, they got hit once, dude, they were down for
Dead.
20 minutes.
This man's so proud.
Oh, he's got a chair now.
The ref class. All right, if you get hit in any way, shape, or form, you're dead.
That'll
You're
help, man.
deceased.
Keep kicking him.
You are out. Oh. It was in a wheelchair. If it's in a wheelchair. So they didn't realize that I was hammered drunk when I went to go buy this soap. My wife sends me with the money like a child. She's like, all right, go get this. And I find
Just
this
the
tent.
soap.
I walk in. So I just like look at him.
Not
and
a
I just, like,
butterfly
look back
socially.
at
Hell yeah, bro, dude.
country
So,
living.
that was so badass.
Guy on a little motorbike. He's probably drunk going to get beer. Can you grab us some? Wait, is this the Eddie? Anyway, So I go there and I'm like looking around. I'm like, oh, and they're like, sir, can we help you? And I'm like, mm-mm. And I'm like, I'll find it myself. So then I FaceTime
Look at all the soaps.
my wife to like show her the soap. They're like, oh my god, that's so cute. You're FaceTiming your wife. I'm like, shut up. Like, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm drunk. I'm just trying to get out of here. And then my wife ended up, she knows them. So then she messaged them and was like, that was my husband. They were like, okay, that
Makes sense.
makes sense.
We've heard.
Makes sense. So they stink.
Oh, hi, Gracie.
Service just got, he's like, I accidentally canceled my phone service. And I'm like, that sounds weird, whatever. And he's like, can I use your phone? And I said, no, we got to use the phone for business. I didn't have my cell phone out. My dumb ass pulls out my cell phone to check it. And he looks, he goes, brother, let me use that. And I'm like, fuck, he's sitting right here. I'm like, all right, cool. If you leave my phone, you know, we're going to beat your ass. Like, we're going to find you. They can't leave. They have to go through security.
Right.
So he's like, no. So he grabs it. This will only take 5 minutes. I go, if you call any company in America, it's not taking 5 minutes. One, you're going to talk to a computer for 4 hours. Then you're going to get a person, maybe. Right. And this is like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, yeah, just hurry up. Ends up, he doesn't know. He calls I give him the phone number for AT&T because he couldn't use his phone at all. So I looked it up on the computer. And he's on the phone, and they're asking for, what is that they ask for? Your PIN number. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't know it. And I'm like, this is not going to go well. I already know this isn't going to go well. So he's checking he's basically just pushing random numbers. And I'm like, give me my phone. I'll do it for you. So now I'm on AT&T trying to help this dude out.
You should be getting paid double for
dude, and I've still got work to do. Like, I'm still working. And he's like, so I get him to finally talk to somebody. I hand him the phone, and he's foreign. And so he's like, on the phone with the girl, she's foreign. So they're from two foreign lands, two different
foreign lands.
And so eventually, somehow he gets his brother on a three-way call with this lady because it's his brother's service.
On your phone?
On my phone. And then he pulls out another phone out of his pocket. I'm like, do you have another phone? He's like, brother, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That phone doesn't work. So now he's on the phone with his brother.
How can a truck driver not have a working phone? What are you doing?
He said he must have had a prepaid or something. But he said he disconnected the service. So he's trying to explain to this lady, and I know how it works when you call like Spectrum or you call anybody, how hard it is to get. So, and he's explaining it in broken English. She's Indian or something. Right. So it's just, and she's like, sir, you'll have to go to the store. And he's like, no, I'm not. And then this is when he starts to snap a little bit. And I'm like, just don't throw my phone. and his brother's yelling at the woman. He's yelling at the woman. Then he's telling his brother to calm down, all on a three-way. And I'm sitting there just like, let's go. So eventually I had to tell the dude, it's not working. Like, you need to go to the store and get this figured out. And he's just like, thanks, my brother. Thank you. Thanks, my brother. That's what they always call me. I'm always their brother. I'm not related to him.
I'll use a payphone for.
That's what's going to happen. You get ate up over there, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah.
I don't have any.
It's my white skin, I guess.
It's that white. You need that white teeth.
God, dude, like,
let me use your bathroom.
It's like also the worst, like, truck drivers, truck drivers, like, they're not the cleanest,
no.
Like, I mean, not the most in shape.
They're lot lizarded it up. They're eating hot dogs from the gas station. They're drinking.
Yeah, you gotta sanitize that. No offense to truck drivers. Shout out to truck drivers. We love you guys.
Fuck
but
truck drivers. He said, "Fuck." I hate him with all my heart.
You don't know where he works, so it's fine. You won't know.
X gonna give it to you.
People from Granny Pippers, a sex slave?
Well, they're probably hiding Mexicans or something. But that's beside the point. Speaking of Finley?
Family.
Yeah. But like it was like an hour, like their hours. Well, the dude that shot went back to his apartment, locked himself in. The police surrounded it for hours, and then he killed himself. Over some damn guacamole and fucking refried beans.
Yeah, what the fuck was going on?
Well, what happened was order came in and they were like, I want the fajitas and I want extra guacamole, and he was like, well, that's going to cost you. And then the girl was like, don't charge them, I know them. And he was like, bitch, not today. And he pulled out the Glock on her and was like, they're getting that. They're paying for that fucking guacamole.
Is that really what happened, or are you just making this up?
Look at another dead ref.
Better story. What? Was just them beating up, robbing white people, just shoving white nerds down. Crime time. Nation of domination.
What was that restaurant that we used to get when I lived in that apartment on 5th? Where Oasis?
Oh yeah, that trash ass food. Dude.
But the thing is, they're doing away with shit like that. Like that shit don't exist. Like where you can just get
everybody's got DoorDash now.
They have like you can get like jalapeno poppers and a hot dog and like all different a pizza. Fucking they had their menu was global.
Yeah,
we global.
When you were drunk, it was so good. When you were sober, you were like,
trash.
Is this the same food? Like,
we lie, we cheat, we steal.
I used to work. That was my first serving job. Was Applebee's. And, like, I'd work like 8 hours, make like $60 in tips.
Applebee's is lit. Like if we had Applebee's, we'd probably be there right now doing this.
I mean, I like honestly, their food. Like, I haven't had it in the last couple of years, but like
cheap. You know, it's American on it.
2 for $20. They still got that.
Yeah, then that doesn't go away. Like stuff like that doesn't disappear.
That's all they got.
That's their bread and butter.
They're hanging on to that. Half price apps after 10.
You can get lit. You can Chili's. Like Chili's and Applebee's are the same restaurant.
Chili's is way better though. I feel like.
I like Chili's.
Chili's is so good.
They have shit ribs, but they're other than that, they're good. You get a burger there, it's solid.
Yeah, burger's not too bad. The guacamole's pretty good. Them chips though, their chips, those tortilla chips. Ooh.
Tortilla, chef's kiss.
I mean, Applebee's,
Chili's.
TGI Fridays.
Nah,
I haven't been to TGI Fridays in like 10 years.
Yeah, Chili's, they got shrimp, they got seafood, they got, pork, beef. They got all the meats.
All the meats. Is there a Chili's in BG?
No.
I don't think so.
Depends like where, airports are sketchy places. And he just starts singing that. He's like, I'm not afraid. Like out loud, he thinks people are going to join him. And everybody's like looking at him like, dude, no. And he's like walking around, like singing it to people. And they're just like looking at him like, because the security's like, let's go. Like the security's not even fighting him. Like they don't give a shit. They're just like,
they're not doing their job.
I'm not afraid.
Everybody turn their video on. I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody come take my hand, this world together. All through the storm. Everybody come take my hand, this world will rock together. Through the rain. But I'm a queen. I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody.
Immediately think that's a terrorist.
He wasn't a terrorist. He was a socialist. He was a communist.
Communist.
Some people say it still shouldn't have happened.
World War II?
Yeah, World War II.
Wars need to happen, but
because you had the Hitler issue in WW2, so you had to free the Jews.
Yeah.
But I don't know where Japan, like the Pearl Harbor situation. I think that was like not part. It was weird because the Hitler thing was already happening. We was basically ignoring it, and then I'm not an expert. Then Pearl Harbor happened with Japan that was unrelated.
Right.
So we just fucked everybody up in the situation and just like was like, which makes me conspiracy. Like people don't understand. Like this government has agents and stuff, spies everywhere at all times.
Right.
Everywhere. Like people don't realize that. And like in other countries, at all times, they know exactly what's going on. But anyway, so Vietnam kind of happened for no apparent. It happened for a reason, but like there was no gain, no loss. It was like, no, there was no gain. It was all loss for everybody involved. Like there was no, like the soldiers had to endure the worst American soldier tunnel, a human-sized tunnel you'd crawl in. Then they would dig out a big-ass office or a hospital underground. So the job of the soldier would be go through those tunnels and basically just find everybody and execute them. Could you imagine going through but the tunnels would have like booby traps. Right. So like there would be spikes that would like, you'd be crawling. Every time I have a rough time, like in my life, I'm like, could you imagine, because was that the only war that people were drafted? I do believe, right?
I think World War II they were too.
So you're drafted into the military. You don't want to be there. Right. And the worst conflict ever. The worst. Because you're in their terrain where these guys, so before we were there, like this is the same in Afghanistan. Before we were there, the Russians had war with Afghanistan before we got. It makes for good content. What's up? It's the Dodging Bugs podcast. We're dodging bugs on a pizza box.
And Jeff Hardy just gets like 25 DUIs.
Yeah, dude. I've seen his last video DUI. Dude, if I was Jeff Hardy and I was about to get one, I would get out of the car and get on top and go, ha! They'd be like, you're good. Just go. Keep going.
Jump off the top.
Cops. Good night. No. Dude,
I was
I
playing
was
soccer,
so
just like
trash.
fucking getting goals scored on us and shit, like just like slow.
My dad would get so mad too. He'd be like, "What are you fucking doing out there?" And I'm like, "Trying my
Get your
best."
clumsy ass out of here.
I look like Roger Klotz with the big ass shoes.
I'll show you what a real man can do in these cool shoes. The shoes you miss out on.
That's so, like, when I'm trying to play golf now. I'm like, dude, I have no hand-eye coordination. Like,
And I have children, obviously, and when you
Yeah.
have kids, you can't do shit that you want to do.
Right.
Like, so if you watch a movie, that's like gold. Like, oh, I got a whole movie in.
They're all like-
it probably wasn't a hangover, but I'm like, dude, I'm like, this is bad. I pulled in this garage, run in the house, and just pass out, and I'm like, you like puking, spitting on
dude.
the floor, dude. For 3 days I didn't get up. Like I couldn't move, and I had it like a month ago. But I
no, so I apparently had it, but I never got any symptoms.
Apparently, America, he has never had COVID.
No, I tested positive for it, but I had no symptoms or anything. Like,
You get that nice blood. You're gonna have it now with all them bugs biting you. They're eating you
not
alive.
something worse.
You're keeping my chocolate ass good. Welcome to the
That's
knees.
fucking wild, though, dude. Like,
Let your knees go. Show your knees, nigga.
like blaring around playing Dracula, and you had a frying pan, and you were just breaking shit in your house.
I've done that multiple times.
And Jerry was like traumatized.
That I am the one singing and on me, son.
And I don't know if you could listen to the podcast, but you were just doing that duster. You were doing that duster.
Oh, I used to be the next morning. I woke up. I was like, dude, that party was lit. They were like, no one was here, and I was like, what? And they were like, no one was here. I was out there partying with nobody, but we did have a party once.
All right, that's fair. Oh, damn.
Shane O'Mac, Shane McMahon. You can tell by this pants. Dude, what happened to the baggy pants? We're rocking skinnies now.
The baggy pants are coming back.
Like
dude.
these shorts, your shorts would have never, like above the knee would have never never flew.
Dude, that's what we should do every week on this podcast. Long jean shorts. Long jean shorts. Wrestling t-shirts.
Dude, look at this match though. Shane, Stone Cold, The Rock, Kane versus DX.
You don't have stars like this anymore, man.
No. SmackDown was the downfall of wasn't a fan of SmackDown. Like you're doing like.
Yeah, I might have got that, dude.
Well, you'd be like, shut the fuck up, little nigga. LeBron Miami Heat time. What was that like in your life? You didn't watch it, did you? I lived for that.
I was watching it at Studio 4 in Finley. Fucking Studio 4. Or the fucking McPherson house, dude. Remember that?
Yeah.
Because that was the first year he was in Miami was the year that the Mavericks won the.
Yep.
And we were living at the McPherson house.
Go on YouTube and watch highlights of that time. Dude, LeBron was on he was like comedy gold. Like, he didn't give a shit. So I was watching there was a TikTok of LeBron during the Heat, his Instagram. He would just post anything, like not give a shit.
He still does kind of.
Yeah, but he's not as dude.
Hashtag that kid from Akron. Hashtag washed, ain't he?
Jordan wasn't doing that. I can tell you that's why LeBron's a goat.
Because there was no social media when Jordan was popular, dude. He would have been in so much trouble, dude. Back in the day, cheating on his wife all the time, gambling, and shit, dude.
Martin Luther King as well.
For sure.
Martin Luther King was fucking bad bitches, dude. You know. And this is the thing, like, if you're changing the landscape of life for black people, like you know, his wife was like, you know what, Martin?
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
listen, Coretta, I ain't got. Listen, Coretta. Listen, this girl had the fattest ass I've ever seen. This side of the Mississippi. I have skeeter virus. That's what it's called.
Virus.
That's what
Is
it's
it
called.
really?
Skeeter virus. If you're allergic to mosquitoes, they bite you, it'll swell up. So it'll fuck like you can't walk.
I used to have a
Anyway,
neighbor named Skeeter.
X gonna give it to you. He's gonna give it to you.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude. So, like he basically was like
But no, dude, definitely, like, there's even proof that during the Martin Luther King thing, like, the government was trying to shut him down, like, you know what I'm saying, like.
And all because he was just trying to be cool, like, hey, let's just.
And you think that's not happening now? Like, you think that, like.
Let me tell you a little secret about me. That's why I only fuck white bitches, dude. Because
Divided
territory.
territories, yeah.
So like if we lived here in Ohio, if there was a wrestling territory in Florida, we wouldn't know what's going on.
Right.
And that was like the mystique of it. Like
Right.
you would hear from your buddy, like, "Oh my god, dude, you gotta see this." So they would like switch them around so that you would never see the same thing twice. And that's how Cornette used to do that. By far the best wrestling based podcast is Cornette, because he started out as a photographer at like 16,
right?
And his mom would go with him and take him, and he's like he's almost like autistic how he has everything written down that he's ever done. Like he worked for Vince McMahon, I don't think he worked in WCW, he might have, but
I don't think he did. I never saw it.
He hates ECW. He hates hardcore wrestling. But like, cause New Jack used to be a wrestler, like not a hardcore dude, and then he got to ECW, and obviously best times, dude.
Right.
I used to have my friends over at my dad's when I lived with my dad, and like at like 1 o'clock in the morning, or maybe midnight or late at night, ECW would come on, and then afterwards the jewelry sellers like come get this ring.
It's like UPN or something.
Yeah,
like yeah.
Like get this ring, but like. My dad would let me stay up and watch that shit, dude, and they would be like power slamming bitches, like pull their tits out and shit. I'm like, damn, dude, I'm like, that's why we're all fucked up now. Like you could type in something, and it would have a video with it, and it would just be like I would just watch like disastrous video, Rotten.com.
Oh, Rotten, dude, fuck
people
that,
hit
dude.
by trains, fucking, and then now you can't. I mean, it still exists, but it's not the same.
Like so when you were saying earlier, like that kid you were making fun of, that 18-year-old kid that was fucking, that you said you only see his teeth or whatever. like
I went to this party and it was me, Mustard, who's white, and Stefan, who's black, who's basically my color.
Right.
And we got there, and Mustard just, like, when he gets somewhere, he just goes, like, he's disappears.
Oh, yeah.
And starts talking. He's a very personable guy.
Right.
I'm not, and Stefan was not. So me and Stefan are sitting there, and some dude comes up, "You guys cousins?" And instantly I'm like, we gotta go. We gotta go. And, like, no one talked to us. We just sat in a corner. And, like, people were just, like, the girls didn't talk to us. Nobody said a word to us the whole time. To get roasted daily. But I was cool. Like, I got cool. Like, I would be cool with the drug dealers in school. I'd be cool with the hillbillies. Like, I think a pure white person, there's very minimal. In my opinion, you're not a white person. In my opinion, a white person is... A hillbilly's not a white person to a hillbilly's a hillbilly.
I'm saying, like, that's what's like makes the world go round. It's fucking, you gotta be able to make fun of each other and yourself.
You gotta be hard, dude. You know, I've been in every road situation, fights, drama.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
My savior. You keep me in line. Like, you have to, baby. You're my, like, handler.
I don't know about that. Like, but your style of humor, which is like off the wall, like chaotic, is like my like cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? That's why we've always gotten along, because like I always like, to me, like, you're the funniest person I've ever met, because like I get it, man. I get it. Like, it's like
X gonna give it to you.
Like, I never know what you're gonna do, and I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love it. But I also like I try to keep you under control when we were in college and DG and stuff, like, because I don't want you to get in fights and stuff. But other than that, I'm like, let him do his thing. I was
out of control.
Let him do his thing, because like I love this shit. And like at the end of the day, I'm always like, this is my boy, and like I don't give a fuck what he does. I'm gonna be right here. Like, but also like until like when I was in high school, because we were all like
cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I was like,
I told Antoine that one time, my son. I'm like, he's like, if we lose my magic goal, I'm a senior. I'm like, yeah, but you gotta understand, like, if you're cool, it's not. Like, hood dudes will not fuck with you. Like, they'll joke with you.
Yeah.
But they're not going to beat you. Like, they're only going to fuck with you if you basically are weak about it. Like,
right.
But if you blend, like, continue. Yeah. Like, what you're saying.
I had no idea. Like, I didn't know that, like, there was, like, this divide between, like, black and white or anything in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, like, the way I grew up, like, you know, the high school was half black, half white. And, like, we never really thought about it, you know what I'm saying?
You guys are just cool.
Yeah.
Like, you're cool with who you're not. Like, there's some assholes, there's like outliers.
Yeah.
But you're cool with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was basically, that's what that kid.
When somebody like fucked up in school, we didn't say like, we didn't think like, oh, like the black guy's doing this. We didn't think a white guy's doing this. We're just like, oh, like Chaz is doing this, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I like even when you make fun of me, I fucking think it's hilarious because I'm like, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
Love.
Like, yeah,
It's
exactly.
love. In my opinion, it's love. We'd smoke, obviously. And one time, he bought a case, like, you know, those cases of bottled water. He bought a case of green tea, and he drank every one of those in like hours. Like within 2 hours, he chugged every one of them because he wanted to clean himself out. And he was like, dude, I was shitting for days, like just shitting all over the place, pissing all over the place. And I was like, she was fucking
coming,
me.
bitch.
Yeah, the bitch had it coming. And so I got suspended for that. And then, so
how long were your suspensions for?
3 days, and then 5 days, and then expulsion. Because it was a Buick, and he would drive up to Findlay. We'd get fucking hammered, and he'd drive back. We'd go home and eat like a bunch of food at his house. Fucking like go walk. His mom and dad would wake up like, "What are you guys doing?" And be like, drunk as a motherfucker, and like underage,
no rules, no. The Finley clubs.
Now that I think about it, they didn't even ID me at this weekend at downtown during fire.
I mean, we're old as fuck now, dude. We ID
I don't look
anymore.
old, man. I look young as shit. Man. People,
it's not good.
Dude, that place was lit. Dude, the neighbors probably hated my guts.
All right, let's see here.
He's like mad. Jeff Hardy looks like Riff Raff, low key.
You say you want wings too?
Whatever you want, dude.
It's a coupon, dude. You want a coupon or no?
Yeah, fuck it.
Garlic parmesan, sweet mango habanero, hot buffalo, plain.
Whatever you want, dude.
Do you like boneless or bone in?
Bone in. I don't fuck with boneless.
Garlic parmesan, cool. Barbecue or sweet mango habanero.
I like mango habanero, but I don't know if you can handle that with your.
My
Where'd you get
whiteness.
that at, dude?
That's
when you don't have kids. You got a tatty too. I just noticed.
I did. I gotta get it finished though. I'm going back on next month. It's Zelda, dude.
White, dude. That's white.
Super dirty.
Yeah, I like that.
Thanks, man.
I'll never diss a tattoo. Did it hurt?
No, not really.
Didn't hurt them guns. He works out.
Anyways, I've only had like 17 beers, dude. Just kidding.
All right. Well, if you want to.